Hi Debs, just
Hi.
out of the one-day workshop, selling calls and puts, let's collect rent with Kieran McMahon. How did you find it?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I've got so much confidence now. I was doing a lot of the trades anyway, without the education, so I think that's quite a risky thing to be doing. And now I've got the education, it just confirms that I'm doing things in the correct way. I now have all the spreadsheets that I need, which is great, because I was doing a lot of the calculations in my head,
Right.
and driving my husband crazy with that. So now I can keep records, know exactly what I'm doing, and make cash every month without a problem.
Yeah. I think Kieran's style of teaching as well, he uses a lot of humour, and clearly, you know, telling us about his experiences where he got it wrong, and how he turned that around. When you look at the number of trades that he's got on now, it's quite phenomenal. So again, you know, seeing where you are now and where you want to be, with Kieran there, keeping an eye on you.
Definitely, just giving you that assurance, and whatever question Kieran's had this weekend is being able to answer and expand, because he has the knowledge, but also is doing it, is walking the talk. So there's nothing that he can't answer, and he can just, so he's got a set criteria of education to get over to you, but we keep pulling him away from that with questions, and he's not fazed by that, because he can answer whatever question you've got, and that's so helpful, because you're not going away with all these questions in your head, you're going away with all the answers, which is a big difference.
His workshops, I know from my point of view, just a few months ago, I found the workshops quite difficult to follow because he uses so many indicators on the charts, and now I absolutely love them.
You know what they're there for.
You know what they're there for, and it's just all these extra confirmations of what to do, where to, you know, whether to sell a call, to buy, you know, a put or sell a put. It just makes it so much easier now, and the colours, you know, it all makes sense. Before it was like I couldn't understand it. Now you can see the pattern and the trend, and you know the entry points and the exit points. But also, I should be on the other side of the camera here talking about this. So again, tomorrow night we've got the web shop tomorrow night, and I think it will be a lot more fun. You know, even just now that we've met him in person. And understanding his personality type, the way he communicates is great too. So Bollinger Bands, fantastic, phenomenal tool, phenomenal tool.
Yeah, definitely. Love all the indicators, because now you can see what every indicator means, and so you've got something from it, rather than it just being a jumble of lines. You know what that means. And as the share hits that indicator, you've got a good idea of what's likely to happen. But if that doesn't happen, you also know how to cover yourself. So you're just able to look after yourself, whatever is happening to the share.
Great day. So look forward to welcoming them back in January.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Debbie.
Okay, thank you.
Here we are again, Michael.
Yes.
Great to see that you're really investing more time in your education. How did you find today's workshop with Kieran McMahon?
I thought the workshop was really good today. I learnt an awful lot of things. I learnt about some of the things I should have been doing, like checking up on value line and being clear on where I want to enter to start a trade. But I think the thing that was most valuable was the really practical advice. When we talk about getting in at support and selling at resistance and the rest of it, where do you identify these actual values? And I think that was one of the key things from today, that we got the information and the strategy to identify those values, so you can go out and trade. Selling calls, relatively easy, but selling puts, can now trade those with confidence. So that's exactly what I was looking for today.
Excellent.
Highly recommend it.
What about the Bollinger Bands? Have you used Bollinger Bands before?
I have used Bollinger Bands, but it was copying something Kieran showed us in our web shop, having them explained to understand exactly what they're about. It makes fantastic sense now. So when people say trade what you see, I now understand what I see.
Excellent.
And that's perfect.
Excellent. So I have got no doubt that you'll be back here at the end of January when we
I
have
will
the
be back
summit.
for the Traders Lounge, definitely.
Super. Thank you, Michael. Okay, Kieran, that's us at the end of your 3 days. You've worked really hard these last 3 days. We did an MMCP and then we've had the one-day workshop advanced course for the existing students. I hope you enjoyed yourself. We certainly enjoyed having you here.
Absolutely brilliant, Claire. We had a great weekend, met some new people. Thought we were going to get caught in Scotland for a few weeks because of the snow that we had here, but overall absolutely brilliant. Some fantastic traders and really excellent. Thank you for inviting me over.
It's my pleasure, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again in January. You're going to be over with Declan.
I am indeed, yeah.
And Owen and James.
Yeah.
Great.
The 4 of us will be over for the Traders Summit in January, where people of the clubs here will get to meet the 4 teachers from TICN. So that'll be brilliant. Looking forward to it already.
Yeah, me too. Thanks very much, Kieran.
You're welcome.